Hey everyone, welcome and welcome back to my channel. I'm Shantae Renee, and today I'm going to be talking about embracing what you ask for, because the wild part is that I don't think we realize that we are manifestors. We are out here creating realities, creating timelines, and a lot of times we don't even realize it. I know for myself, I know that I can do a lot of things. And I think I more recently realized that I can manifest and make things happen. But the thing is, being scared of myself because I can manifest. There's a lot of power behind that. And realizing that you have that power and you can do something with it is pretty remarkable. Being able to digest it and realize, wow, I'm magic. You're magic. And I made this happen. Now, trying to wrap your head around that and embrace it and love it and understanding, it can be kind of taxing, because where we're currently living in and the overall society is, we're not receivers, we're givers. We're always giving 1,000% of ourselves to someone else or something else, and we don't have the capacity to receive. I know that's something I struggle with. I struggle with receiving the love, the admiration, the abundance, because I'm always giving to somebody else's and helping them build that, and trying to understand that, yeah, receiving is foreign to me. And it's like, well, how do I receive? And that's where it can get a little tricky, because that's when vulnerability comes into play. Because when you're receiving, look at it like this. It's like a gate, right? The gate is up there to keep people out, so you can't get anything. You have to open up the gate to get the stuff, that you want. And making the conscious effort to go out there and to open up the gate so I can receive what I want, that is kind of daunting, right? I'm always giving, because you can give, right? You can give to your heart's content, but in order to receive it, you have to be open. And being open is synonymous with vulnerability. And that is something that's not necessarily widely accepted. You know, being vulnerable within yourself to really get what you asked for, right? Because we're always waiting for the other shoe to drop. We're always waiting, oh, like, this is too good to be true, right? Oh, no, this ain't gonna work out because such and such and such, right? So we're already dismissing it, putting it on the back burner before it even has the opportunity or the chance to really build itself up, so that it can come in for you to receive it. And a lot of that has to deal with the ego taking a back seat. Like, dude, chill out. You gonna have to sit in the back so I can get what I want, right? Because most of the time our our ego's riding shotgun up there with us. You know, it's on its P's and Q's, looking around, trying to keep things at bay. But in actuality, what's happening is also keeping things at bay that we've asked for. So put that joint in the back. Now, don't let it become a backseat driver, because it can still do that, right? The ego can still do that because it's all about surviving. It's all about, oh, how am I going to protect myself? How am I going to survive out in this world, right? But we have to understand that sometimes that drink, it's there for a purpose, but knowing when to use it for its purpose, right? And when it comes to embracing and receiving what you want, that's not the time to have the ego shine. That's not the time for it to be all up in the mix, knowing what's going on, giving you the game plan. Nah. So that's been an interesting unfolding, I will say, for me. Is a long time ago, I asked for something. I got what I wanted. Once I got what I wanted, I didn't necessarily take it seriously because I was always waiting for the shoe to drop, right? I didn't take it seriously because I let my ego dictate the situation, right? I didn't let myself be vulnerable in the moment, and it could really cost, it can really cost your peacefulness, your happiness, what you've been striving for, what your life's purpose is, right? But what is for you is always going to be there, but you have to accept it and you have to choose it. And embracing it is the key. And the key to embracing it is vulnerability. And in my last video, like that was me embracing my vulnerability. I'll link it up here so you guys can check out, because as I'm getting older, that's what I'm starting to realize. Like, I've had this hard shell, this wall up in place for quite some time. And the older I get, the more I start to realize, to get where I want to be, I have to be a little vulnerable. And it's a little scary, it's a little nerve-wracking, because we're constantly in this surviving mode. Like, that's what this society seems to be built upon. We always got to scrap and survive, push the other people aside to get what we want, when we don't have to do that, right? We don't have to push others away to get what we want. We have to embrace ourselves and be open to the possibilities, because within those possibilities are the things that we've asked for. And that's the magic of it, right? The magic of realizing that you're the manifester, that you're the magician in this world. From the tarot deck, that's you. You're the magician. You got all of the elements within you, and it's up to you to put them together and realize, I got this. And I know it definitely seems difficult and taxing, and not what other people may be doing. And I can keep going on with the ands and the ands and the ands and the ands. But, oh, the big but. Sorry. Big butts, they cannot lie. Other brothers can't deny. When a girl walks in, okay, sidetrack. But the thing is that after all of the ands and the the big but in the room is that it's up to you. We right now, everybody's been talking about this timeline, right? We shifting timelines, we doing this and that. Or, wow, everybody should be freaking out because Trump's in office and there's wars and, there's so many things going on. But it's up to you to which timeline you subscribe to, right? Which one you gonna pay attention to? And that's just with embracing what you want or what you ask for. Are you going to tune into that timeline of what you asked for, or are you going to ignore it because everybody else is not tuned into it, right? And that's how I'm starting to see things. It's like you really make life what you want it to be. You can pull the strings and do the different things that you want. It's just up to you if you want to receive it. And I know for me, I'm really stepping a little bit more into that journey of vulnerability because I'm getting what I asked for. And I'm going to create my Garden of Eden. I don't know about y'all. I'm going to create my fountain of youth. I don't know about y'all, but that's what I'm going to do. And that's going to start with me being open to receive and being open to vulnerability and have my ego take a back seat when it's like, hey, dude, you need to chill out. This ain't the time to pull you out. Think you going to run the show. Nah, we in different times, right? We're not necessarily like the Good Times song say, trapping and surviving. Nah, I'm good. I'm not on that timeline anymore. And I don't think any of y'all guys are. Yeah, I know y'all aren't on that timeline either. So stop kidding yourself. Go and embrace your peacefulness and your happiness and get what you asked for. And you got to start with yourself. That's what I'm realizing. And I hope you guys can realize that too. Being your authentic self, being your vulnerable, authentic self. Being authentic is being vulnerable. Look at that interchangeably, because you know what? Being authentic is being vulnerable because you're being someone that you're not the typical cookie cutter way that everybody else is out here, right? You being something that you never thought you even fathomed you could be. You being the joint that you came down here in this vessel to be. And yes, I know it's scary. I think about it all the time, but I know, you know what? I'm gonna get what I asked for. And that's when you need to think about what you asked for too. That's a whole nother topic, but they always say be careful what you ask for, and that shit is true. It's so true. Because I keep telling you guys, y'all are magic, you're manifestors. And when you be speaking and you be doing, that shit be coming. And it'll be coming fast. Because all it is dealing with the emotions, the feelings behind it, that's going to push it out even further. That's that energy out there. So if you want the peace, you want the happiness, you want the abundance, embrace what you asked for through vulnerability. I hope today what I've talked about may spark something within you guys. I know it sparked something within me within this past week, man. This past week, it's like really pushing me. Like I feel so motivated to really get, to get that. And I want you guys to get that too. And I love to hear from you guys. I love to hear your feedback. I love to hear your thoughts, a little bit about your journey. If there's something specific you want me to talk about or discuss, go ahead and put it down in the comments. I love to hear from you guys. I appreciate your time, for checking in with me to hear what I got to say. And once again, it's Shantae Renee. I appreciate your time. Until next time, love and peace.